welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is David and this is David's Closet. Here we talk about handbags, accessories, small leather goods, all of those fun things from the male point of view and on a budget. If that's something that you find interesting, please hit that subscribe button below. Like, comment, follow, do all of the things. I would greatly appreciate it. Of course, that always helps my channel grow, so I would be forever grateful. Today's video is going to be probably the last fall video of the year. So what I'm going to do is go over the bags that I tended to gravitate more towards this fall. Two of them are more everyday, the other two were more occasion. Definitely want to share those with you because I think it's interesting. And even though things are switching over to the Christmas season, including my own home, everything in my house is switched over to Christmas except inside, and then I still have to do the outside, or except this room and then the outside. The rest of the interior is Christmas, and actually next week's video is going to be just a little tour showcasing some of my decorations. So stay on the lookout for that. So even though the world is Christmas, 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 it is not Christmas yet. So we are going to showcase some of my favorite fall bags. Maybe this will inspire you for Thanksgiving and all of those things. If you're looking for a bag to take, you're looking at your own collection, either you may have some of these bags and you may think, oh, that's the bag I want to carry this week for Thanksgiving. You can also take the similar thought processes that I maybe approach these with and use that to pick something from your collection, because we don't need to shop to find things sometimes. Before we get started though, the bag of the week, day, whatever it's called now, is my Louis Vuitton Speedy Empreinte in the size 25. Absolutely adore this bag. I don't use her as much as I thought I was going to. So when I was trying to decide what bag to carry, and by the way, I've just been unmotivated and I haven't wanted to change bags recently. So it's kind of, something's wrong. I don't know. But here's the inside. I don't have a carrier or a organizer in there right now. Anyway, but since I couldn't decide on a bag because nothing really was speaking to me, I saw this sitting there and I'm like, you know, I paid a lot of money. This is one of my most expensive purchases and I haven't hardly used it. So I thought, you know what, she's going to get some love. So we are carrying her, and she has a great fall and winter bag anyway, so I do think it's fitting. So I'm going to start with my more tailored bags. So these are bags that I tended to gravitate towards this season for more specific events. One is my Pillow Tabby by Coach, and I think this is the size 26. It was the original like full-size one. Of course, mine is the gold hardware. They did release it with silver hardware, I think 2 years ago, last year maybe, and I really wanted it, but I refrained because I don't get enough use out of this one. I can't justify buying another. I love the puffy tag. I don't carry it on here, but I do love it. And then, of course, the interior, I have it stuffed, obviously, like all of these will be, but 3 compartments, 1 zipper, 2 larger, just open pockets, and then, of course, the puffy leather material. My understanding is the interior leather is a cheaper kind of leather, and it does feel it, so that checks out. And then, of course, you have all the hardware. The strap is in there nicely, so I'm not going to take it out, but I do carry it with strap extenders. I bought a set as a recommendation, actually, from my friend Julie, Agent Bag Review. I didn't know they existed, but bag extenders from Amazon, and it's a similar antique brass, and I'm able to then carry it as a shoulder bag with the shorter strap because I do not necessarily love crossbodies, and I just don't think this bag looks as cute as a crossbody, personal opinion. So with the invention or the addition of those strap extenders, I've actually revived my love for this bag, and I actually do use it now. Not nearly enough. I'm not going to sit here and say this is in my rotation every week, but I use it a couple times a year now versus for multiple years it sat on a shelf and didn't get any use. So I do love her. I think to me she screams fall and honestly winter, period. I'm probably going to do one of these for winter, so you probably will see her again. But because she's puffy, you think, oh, you know, like a big winter coat, or, you know, it's starting to get cool outside, so you're wearing your coat, your scarf. This is just a little bit oversized, and in my opinion, a little bit over the top with the puffy material, that it just really goes well with those transitioning season vibes in my opinion. And then even though I would prefer the silver, the gold hardware screams fall to me, and I just think it's absolutely perfect. So I like to pair this with this scarf I purchased on Amazon. It does definitely give Burberry vibes, but it is not. It is very soft though. But I purchased this on Amazon because I was considering buying a Burberry scarf, and I wanted to see, do I even like scarves? You know, all of that stuff. And I'll be honest, I've had this now for like 5 years, 6 years. So I don't see it going anywhere, and I don't see me buying another one. But those just go so well together. The black and the scarf really pulls out, and to me it just makes it feel even more fall. So when I'm wearing this, just my black coat, and I'm carrying this bag, I just think that it's absolutely perfect. So I love that. And then of course this is very Christmassy as well. So definitely a vibe in my opinion. Next, and this is the one I didn't carry a ton, but I did pull her out, and I love her. She was my very first Fashionphile purchase ever back in 2020, I think. Yeah, because we lived in this house, so it was 2020. And that is my Prada medium Galleria tote. Of course, we've all seen her. Staffiano leather. She's in pretty decent condition. I mean, she has some corner wear. She has a few scuffs. But like her handles, the glazing is flawless. The zippers are in a really good shape. Of course, it has the 2 zipper pockets. And then it just has the big open pocket, which contains another zipper pocket, some slip pockets, and then just an open area. And then of course the sides you can snap and unsnap. I usually just leave them snapped, but you can snap and unsnap them so you can get a little bit more room in there. When I carry the bag, I always unsnap because I think it's a little too formal, so to speak. But this is something I love to carry. Every year we go to our local botanical gardens at least once. And I love to carry this. There's something, again, this scarf with this bag, I just think that it goes so well. Obviously the black color and the gold hardware just complement the scarf. But again, just really screams fall vibes to me. Now, I am not a bag charm person. I have a collection of bag charms, but I don't typically wear them with my bags because to me the danglies get in the way. But this bag would be great for someone who wanted to charm it up for fall as well, because these D-rings are pretty spacious, so you could easily snap a hook to hold a couple of charms on. You also could clip them on inside the bag. I'm trying to find, oh. So inside the bag, you're not gonna really be able to see it very well. Maybe if I unhook it again. So as you can see, I have a bag light in here, which I need to use in my other bags. You could clip a hook there and dangle some charms out over the side of the bag. You know, it'd be something kind of like this, you know, really cute, fun. But it is possible to jazz it up for fall with some fall charms. But to me, this just seems fall. It's elegant. It's, you know, a little bit worn. It's classic. It's classy. It's iconic. I just love it. And to me, it screams fall, winter. Next, these last two are more of my everyday bags that I got a lot more use out of this season. And one is my Coach Rogue. And I think this is like the 25 or 26. When I bought it, I thought it was just called the Rogue regular. I don't really honestly know anymore. Mine is an older version. It has the oxblood interior, the suede-like material. Don't really know what it's made out of. I don't think it is suede. And then inside, of course, we've all seen these, so we're not going to go into too much detail. But inside is just the textile lining. Now, I bought this bag several years ago, and it's one of my few Coach bags that I actually use consistently. I know I've talked about it before. I kind of stopped buying Coach there for a long time. Currently, still kind of not buying it. I haven't purchased one in a very long time. There's a couple that have come out that I'm like, ooh, I want, but I know I'm not going to carry enough, so I've refrained. But this bag, of course, it's edgy. It kind of has that, you know, different, very iconic vibe with this overdone zipper pull. You have these two giant chunky pulls. You have, you know, the zipper itself, which is a really unique shape over the bag. Of Of course, you have the handles that go in, out. This thing comes with what I call infinite strap options. You have hooks on all 4 sides, because I do hate bags that only have 2, because then when you carry bags, they get wonky. But you can do 2 shoulder straps. It comes with 2 thinner shoulder straps that do fit the shoulder really well. And then, if I recall, either you can connect those together on the corners like I don't like, and you can carry it as a crossbody or a longer bag. But what I would do if I wanted to carry it as a longer shoulder is go get 2 straps on like Amazon, just black straps with this antiqued hardware. And that way I could do 2 hooks on each side, so it would, in my opinion, it would just fall better. But yeah, because I don't think it comes with that. But anyway, I love this bag. It just screams fall to me. It is so elegant looking, but then also just so edgy and so different in a way. And you don't see these everywhere where I'm at, so I do like that a lot. This is also an easy bag to put charms on, because you can hook them here to the D-ring or the strap hook. You can turn it upward, and then you could dangle some strappies there, or some dinglies there. Now, of course, I don't typically carry dinglies, but that is an option for you as well. But I do love this bag. It's really easy to carry. It also has feet, which they don't do anything because obviously the bag sags. But love this bag for fall and winter. It is heavy though. That's the one thing I don't like about the Rogue, is I do think it's a pretty heavy bag. The last bag of the collection is my Louis Vuitton Saia PM. And, you know, we've all seen this. It's a vintage bag, I think from like 2008-ish. It has the oversized handle, hardware, and handles. These handles are, it's a pretty long drop for the size of the bag. Now, I absolutely love it because it's very comfortable to carry. And then inside, I do have a little organizer to protect it, but it's the red micro suede material. And then, of course, I have my organizer. But you can see there's a couple of slip pockets. There's an old school cell phone slip pocket and just a regular on one side. And then the other side of the bag has no additional pockets. It does have the big, chunky Louis Vuitton pull. And this bag was just an excellent buy. I paid less than $900 years ago, I think 2021-ish. And it's in excellent condition. I unfortunately did have an accident leaving the Coach store years ago, and I'm still traumatized by it. That did scuff up one of the corners a little bit. I fell on some ice leaving the mall. But she's perfect. I love her. When I carry her, I typically leave it unzipped, so it's like an open tote, but I have the option to close it if I want to, which makes it good for all seasons, but I think it makes it really good for fall too, because fall sometimes can be a little bit rainy and wet. So having that ability to close and open this is really helpful. And then, of course, seeing that this is just a coated canvas with the coated leather, I don't have to worry about weather damaging this bag. That is the one drawback to the Rogue, is it does have that material, that suede material, but it's not real suede, I don't think. And I've never had any issues. I've seen it get wet before. You can see the little dots from the rain. I mean, I've never got it drenched, but you can see that water drops do hit it. And I've never seen any marking, so that's why I'm comfortable using that. Plus, that bag was so, that bag was a better price point that I'm okay if it does get a little bit of wear that way. Whereas something from like Louis Vuitton, I typically will pay more, so I'm a little bit more apprehensive. But anything in Damier Ebene, to be honest, is my go-to in the fall and winter, because these bags are just pretty much weatherproof. They're not going to get damaged if they get wet, snow, whatever you may have happen. This is just my favorite silhouette for fall, but my Speedy, I also carried a ton, probably just as much. My Duomo, I love that bag a lot, and I'm looking down there, and that's pretty much the only ones I have in this print. But love this bag for fall. Let me know what your favorite bag in your collection is for fall, and what you think about my choice for my top 4 fall bags. I very much appreciate you guys watching this video. Please comment, like, subscribe. Again, let me know what you think of the bags I've chosen and what your favorite bags are. And if you know a bag that I have in my collection that I didn't bring up, put it down below. Ask me why. I'd love to tell you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.